Tennis can turn savage in an instant no matter how smooth it looks on TV. One moment it's precision and power, the next pain and panic. These moments remind us that tennis is a sport that punishes the body without mercy. Here are the top 10 worst on-camera tennis injuries ever caught in heartbreaking detail. Alexander Zverev, torn ankle ligaments, Roland Garros SF 2022. Let's start with one of the most unforgettable moments in recent tennis history, Alexander Zverev's horror injury at the 2022 French Open. As Zverev was in the middle of a brutal rally with Nadal at the 2022 French Open when his right ankle gave out. He went down instantly, yelling in pain as the crowd went silent. The injury tore several ligaments and sent him straight into surgery and months of rehab. Nadal just stood there calm as ever, like this was just another day at the office. Bethany Mattek-Sands, patella dislocation and ruptured patellar tendon, Wimbledon 2017. But Zverev wasn't the only one to suffer a nightmare in front of millions. 1 second she was charging the net, the next she was screaming for help. Mattek-Sands' knee just gave out, her kneecap dislocated and her tendon tore clean through. The sound, the pain, the panic, it was all on live TV. Honestly, even the commentators looked like they needed therapy after that one. Serena Williams, center court retirement after slip, Wimbledon R1 2021. Few moments have made the tennis world freeze quite like this one. Serena had the match in control until the slick Wimbledon grass betrayed her. One slip, one grimace, and suddenly the GOAT was in tears, forced to retire mid-match. Fans were stunned. Rafael Nadal, on-court hip breakdown and its aftermath, AO 2023-2024. And then there was the injury that made even the commentators panic. Nadal's 2023 Australian Open looked more like a battle of pain than tennis. His hip gave up halfway through and his 2024 comeback never really happened. Just another withdrawal notice before the tournament even began. At this point, his medical team deserves their own Grand Slam. Novak Djokovic, right knee meniscus tear, Roland Garros 2024, Wimbledon 2025. 4 years, Djokovic pushed his body past its limits, but at Wimbledon, even he couldn't outplay time. During his quarterfinal against Italy's Flavio Kobali, Djokovic slipped and fell on match point, making every fan hold their breath. The incident was a chilling reminder that even the sport's most unbreakable player isn't invincible. The man's built like a machine, but even machines start to rust at 38. Juan Martín del Potro, fractured right kneecap, Shanghai Masters 2018. If pain had a favorite player, it would be Juan Martín del Potro. Del Potro went for a routine forehand against Borna Coric, slipped, and hit the court with a thud everyone felt through the screen. Turns out he'd fractured his kneecap again. Years of surgeries and heartbreak followed until he finally gave a tearful goodbye. If resilience were trophies, Delpo would have passed Federer by now. Bianca Andreescu, torn ankle ligaments, Miami Open 2023. Fast forward to Miami 2023, one wrong step, one sharp scream, and the internet collectively winced. Andreescu's scream said it all. One wrong step, and her left ankle folded like a bad origami project. She left in a wheelchair, later revealing 2 torn ligaments. Twitter cried, she cried, and somehow the internet still found a way to blame the shoes. Taylor Fritz, torn meniscus on match point, Roland Garros 2021. Talk about brutal timing. Fritz felt his knee pop on match point against him. He went down in pain, ending the match and his tournament all at once. The guy left in a wheelchair, got surgery, and somehow showed up at Wimbledon 3 weeks later like nothing happened. That's either grit or pure denial. Gael Monfils's impressive injury that he forced to retire.
Oh, no. Uh-oh. Oh, Gael. Not only the limping, but the wincing is not a good sign. What this injury is, but it is obvious that Gael is in significant distress.
Monica Seles, on-court stabbing, Hamburg 1993. But nothing, absolutely nothing, compares to what happened in Hamburg 1993. Tennis stopped breathing that day. Seles sat during a changeover when a spectator leaned in and stabbed her between the shoulder blades. The wound was small, but the trauma was massive. She didn't return for over 2 years. It wasn't just a crime, it changed the sport forever. In the end, these moments remind us that tennis isn't just about trophies or titles, it's about the human cost behind every shot, every dive, every comeback. Which of these moments shocked you the most? Share your thoughts below.